So without further ado, we're going to start a first trust. We're off to a good start, everybody. We're going to take a first test run at me playing the new Zelda, Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Wii U with my Elgato HD 60 capture card. So this is my first time ever using a capture card, so I'm just going to run around Kakariko Village and talk for a little bit here. Give a little background as to why I'm doing this. Recently, I picked up Breath of the Wild, like everybody, because the game just came out. And, oh, why is that rock slippery? Why? Oh, it's raining. That's why. Okay, I guess I'm not going climbing. While I picked it up, I had some friends over visiting me, and they enjoyed watching me play Breath of the Wild, and it gave me the idea that I should, well, I've had this idea for a while, really. For quite some time, I had wanted to get into a little bit of video game, like Let's Playing type of things. Apparently, I'm not very good at it because I am pausing to think about what to say, as well as using the phrase a lot while I talk. But that's okay. I think that'll come with a little bit of practice here. But the main reason I did this was because, you know, my college friends, I recently graduated college and I moved away both from my home and my college home. So when my friends came to visit me, they enjoyed watching me play this game, Zelda Breath of the Wild. And it got me thinking, like, maybe it's time to finally get into the hobby that I've had in mind for a while of playing, or of making YouTube videos, doing these Let's Play type things, as I previously mentioned. And so that's what I'm doing. And so I picked up an Elgato HD 60 capture card, heard it was one of the easiest to use, best in the market, and I've got to say so far, I would recommend it. It is very easy to use, very easy to get into. I've only been tinkering, including my opening time, for about an hour, and I already seem to be hopefully up and running. I've got this video feed stream going over it, which it looks like it might be a little laggy. Maybe that's just because my computer isn't ultra powerful. I'm so sorry, dude. I really got some rock salt out of that. So maybe my computer isn't really powerful enough for the webcam overlay, and in which case, you know, maybe I'll drop that. And finally, my brother will win convincing me to upgrade my computer, singular. I want that frog. Oh, you jerk. But other than that, it seems to be going pretty well. I just got my Xbox mic plugged in here directly to the capture card so that I can pick up what I'm saying more clearly than using my laptop's janky microphone. I've got the webcam going using the nice stream command feature that Elgato provides. And I also was able to put that little image you see in the bottom left corner, my little emblem that I have on my YouTube account and my Twitch channels, right onto this in a matter of minutes. It was super easy to figure out. Wonderful interface. Gotta give them props for how easy this thing is to use. My computer did freeze up once while using it, but I think, well, again, my computer's not the greatest thing, you know, it's not God's gift to the technical world, but it's decent. Ooh, okay, we got some birds. It's hunt time. So let's see how this goes. So the reason for the title of my YouTube video, or what will be my YouTube video, you see them playing Zelda the Breath of the Wild, part N+1. Well, the N stands for the number of episodes that would have been had I had a capture card when I actually started playing this game a week ago. At the time, I did not. And so clearly I'm not at the start of the game. I've got a whole 4 hearts now, and my stamina bar is 1 notch extra, so I've really gone places. I'm a different man. You know, I'm not the same guy that I once was. I don't embody the same principles and values. So, you know, I thought it fitting to, rather than call this part 1, to call this part N+1. So what I'm trying to do here, I actually have some sort of purpose in mind. I'm not just randomly running around. See that? See that right there? Put a little marker up there for you to see. Oh, 2 of them, I guess. That is where I'm headed. Why? Because I like to climb things. you're playing the game and you don't like to climb things, you're playing the wrong game. And so I think I lost my train of thought from before. Oh, N+1. So that's all my title is. This is episode N+1, aka the first episode we're gonna start streaming, and we'll go right on from there. Better stop here and get some stamina. I didn't get very much stamina. So what I've done in the game so far, let me go to my map here for a second. You see the main area. If any of you have already seen gameplay of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you know that this is sort of the Great Plateau area. This is where the game starts off. Or wait, not even all of that actually. I think it's like just up here. Yeah, the Great Plateau area just is like this little region, or something around there. And so that's where I started off, and that's been where most of my time has been. Then immediately after escaping the Great Plateau, oh wait, no, that's just this area. Immediately after escaping the Great Plateau and getting my glider, you notice that there's some things up here that I've adventured in. Well, about that. So you see, right when I started playing this game, I knew about its massive scale. I mean, look at this. Look at this map. It's ridiculous. And I think it's fantastic. So when I was still in the Great Plateau, I started looking around with my little zoom in that you saw me do, placing these markers down. And I went and placed a marker way up here in the north, in what I later found out is the Hebra. I'm going to go with Hebra region, zone area. That was the furthest thing that I could see and put a marker on at the particular place that I was standing at, and I decided that is where I'm going to run as soon as I get off that plateau. And so as soon as I got off that plateau, I started heading north, right towards that region. So, about that. If any of you have played this game, you know what that region is. And for those of you that don't know, it's very cold. It's way up north, which I guess doesn't necessarily mean that would be a cold region in a game, but that's how they made it. And I began freezing immediately. It was like sub-zero temperatures, I think, and I did not have enough warmth in my clothes or anything to survive. So I got as close as I could. I was struggling, and I made it to probably about like here before I was down to a few food items and I was going to die. And then there was this big canyon and I could not make it to that. And so I walked on, I saw a tower and I was like, I have to get something marked down so I could fast travel back to the area, redeem myself. And so I made it to the tower there. Fortunately, I had some fire arrows on me that you need to access a tower, and boom, that was my initial quest. And then after that, I decided I am way too underleveled. It's time to actually play this game a bit. So I went back to what the main game recommends of, hey, you should go talk to Impa in Kakariko Village. At which point in time I traveled there, I got my first horse, and I've been ditzing around Kakariko Village ever since. So that is my adventure thus far. Those are the N episodes that you missed out on. And so hopefully you won't miss out on anything else if you choose to follow along with me playing. Alright. Clearly I'm not very good at making these YouTube videos if I spend about 5 to 10 minutes making you stare at a map while I talk to you. But, again, I'm not making these really for viewership. I'm not making them really for likes or to, I'm never gonna monetize my account. I'm not looking for anything like that. I do not know that I'll be able to climb this, but we're gonna try. The reason I'm doing this is for a couple of reasons. Like I said, for my friends, so that they can keep up with me. For my own, just sort of cataloging of my adventures, I guess you could say, in the game world. And then there's also just as a hobby. I enjoy making videos. So I'm pretty sure I covered most of those reasons before, but yeah, just so people are aware that don't rain on me again. No. Oh. Sad face. That was. I should really. Look at the weather. It's sunny out there. What is? Oh my goodness. I got ripped. Rest in pieces, I guess. Let's break this sword. If so, that's where I stand on these videos. However, that being said, that just hold on one second. Hold that thought. Don't let me forget. This guy's mine. If there's one thing I hate in this game, it's mountain goats. Oh, that was a headshot. Get your butt back here. There's nowhere to run up here. You are mine. On one of my many adventures, I decided to go hunting for one of these guys, and he tackled me, and he kicked my butt. And ever since then, I decided, from here on out, if I ever see a single billy goat running around the mountains... What? What? Where'd he go? I made it my sole duty to murder every single one of them in existence. And so I have not given up on that attempt so far. Unfortunately, they tend to disappear after running at them for a while, and so I failed to get that one. I guess I'll have to take it out on his brother the next time I see one. So while we came over here, not a complete waste of time, I see a couple of shrines out there that I'll have to go visit, and there's another one over there. So let me take off one of these excessive shrines I got placed right here. I don't want to, is it a pin? I don't want to take off the pin. Or, oh, yeah, okay, apparently I do want to take off the pin. As you can tell, I'm still pretty new to this game. So I had a thought a little bit ago about what I was going to say, and I told you to hold that thought. I don't remember it. I think I was still getting through explaining my reasoning for playing this. Feedback. I was saying that even though I'm not doing this for the viewership, I don't care if a ton of people watch this. I mean, the more people I would watch it, the better, obviously. I think if people are enjoying my videos, I would gladly have more people than less watching it. But I think you all get what I'm trying to say here. That is not just about that necessarily for me. But yeah, I always like to spread a little bit of cheer, a little bit of fun and enjoyment to the world. So, what I was saying is, if you have any feedback for me in these videos, this is my very first time using this capture card. All the settings are experimental. If you like the webcam, you want me to keep it despite its stupid lagginess, let me know. If you hate it, you don't want to see my ugly mug anymore, let me know. If my voice was too loud, I can tone that down. I'm probably going to talk no matter what during these videos, or maybe it'll just depend what kind of mood I'm in or how lazy I'm feeling. Like, if the difference between me streaming or recording video or not depends on if I take the extra effort to talk, maybe I'll just leave it off for that night so I still get a video out. If the game volume wasn't loud enough, or like the ratio of my voice to game volume was too off, again, all of this, just let me know. Feedback in the comments would be greatly appreciated. Holy shit! The eightfold blade of magical magicness. Alrighty then. Wow. Wow! That was just amazing. Okay, this thing's about broken. I'm gonna send you to the heavens. Oh, that was pretty cool, actually. No wonders it broke. Let's check out how cool this guy is. Eightfold blade. Oh, I already had one. But that's pretty cool. Might be one of the sharpest conventional weapons ever made. I don't know why anyone would need, like, any sword better than this, like that masters this sword, but alrighty then. I'm gonna use this one first, though, because it's not very durable, and I tend to like just go through those weapons quickly. I'm hoping that I can break this rock with this hoe. Where my hoe's at? Where my hoe's at? Oh, if you're expecting necessarily children-friendly videos here, I can't guarantee it. I tend to swear from time to time, depending on the game I'm playing. That time to time can turn into very frequently. Matter of fact, let me do what I usually do here. So when I place these pins down at shrines, what I do is I change them to stamps, which is the other word that I was looking for, and I've been using that stamp for shrines. So holy crap, some of these things are out there. Oh, I had already seen that one before, so let's delete the pin. That's interesting how I actually came back full circle to one that I already seen before. That is an adventure. Where else did I have? I swear I had more places. This one was already also, this pin was also already at another stamp that I had seen, so let's go ahead and delete that. And I think that clears up just about everything. How many? Yep. Alright. Okay, so now I guess that wasn't as wonderful of a discovery as I had thought. Oops. Not what I was quite going for there. That's alright. These cube bombs, let me tell you. Ow. Oh my. This is why I record. See, if I were to try to describe this to my friends, how much of a boob I am, it just makes it easier when I can show them and be like, hey, you remember that? You want to know what happened to me this weekend? I bombed myself. And then they'd probably say, oh yeah, big shocker there, you bomb yourself all the time. You ain't wrong, you's right. Where am I at? Alright. Well, I'm gonna have to run all the way back up that mountain. Poopers. I think this is a good time to pause and see how my first stream went. And I will resume again once I make it back to the top of that mountain.